up? This is Time with H.A.B. Outdoors. Today we're going to be cleaning some drum that we caught the other day. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of show you the way we used to do it when we grew up. A lot of us, you know, we know the electric fillet knife. We know the manual fillet knife. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some different ways to do it. In case you're at a boat ramp and you don't have an electric fillet knife. Some of you guys may do it your way. You may like the way you do it. You don't want to do it this way. That's fine. Never going to tell you what to do. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and start. Again, before we get started too far, guys, please like and subscribe to the video. Help us out. Help our channel grow. The more you like, the more you subscribe, the more we're going to be able to push forward. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to show you the way we used to do it when we grew up. Okay, now you don't have to have one of these fancy fillet knives. Got this one at Academy about 5 years ago. You can get one of them cheap turkey cutting knives. That way, if it goes out, you ain't really out in the money. Okay, it does make life easier, makes it faster. Here we go. So what I want to do is we'll take the point, put it right in the old bee hole. That's about as best as you can get it. Take it, run it right up their body. Run it right up to get past that fin. You can go ahead and come around here and kind of show these guys what we're talking about. Okay, you just kind of run it right, start here, and just run it up till you get to here. Once you get to there, just take your knife, come behind the fin, okay, cut two. You want to cut down till you hit the spine, okay. Once that's done, simply flip the fish, and there are better knives, okay. Same thing, run it down, hit the spine. All you got to do is come back, take your knife, get it going, run to the spine, and just run it right down. Leave a little bit on the tail, okay? Take your knife, leave a little bit there. The reason you want to leave a little bit there, it kind of gives you something to hold. Okay, put your knife in there, get it started, and simply just get between the skin and the meat, and simply just roll it down. So as you're rolling it down, you want to kind of work the knife, pull the skin to you, kind of work it together. Okay, other side. Come down, hit the spine, and then just follow it all the way down. Just as simple as that. Get to the tail, flip it over. Now, me particularly, some people do, they like to eat that meat. Kind of zoom in there and show them. Take your fillet right here, your stomach lining right here. Some people will eat that. Okay, I don't eat that. There's no sense in that. You can take your electric knife or get you another knife and simply just follow right along that bone and just cut it off. Simple as that. When that's done, got your good piece of meat all ready to go. If you want to, you can kind of rinse it off. I like to just put in a little ice right here that I get from the cooler from the fish. Okay, same thing. If you cut a little bit too much sometimes and you get them a little bit of that meat up there off that rib or off that spine, no big deal. Take it, cut that stomach lining right there, cut that away, all that hard stuff. There you go. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I do it. Put this out of the way here. I'll show you how I do it with just manual knives, I guess you'd call it. This fish has been in this ice chest for a couple days. It does not hurt them. So what we're going to do, take an old Dexter knife, which is awesome. This is, besides the bubble blade, this Dexter knife is the way to go when you get a serrated edge. And I'm going to tell you why when it comes to redfish and drum. Okay, take it, put it in the old booty hole, slice up, right, till you get past your fin. Come behind your fin, cut. There you go. Same thing, flip it over, cut this way, cut it down, you're ready to go. Now what I like to do, I like to take the sharp knife, start back over. I like to run it inside the cut, in between here, get on top of your rib bones, and just kind of push it through, and you should come out right there on the spine. And just follow the spine down, just work it down. Now this is where it changes. I'll cut it off, okay? Pick it up, palm, never fingers, palm, and just work it right up the fish's back, okay, till you get to where you're at, and simply just roll up, comes right out. Okay, same thing on the other side. Start right on top of those ribs, kind of push it through, see where it comes out. Perfect. Sometimes you don't, sometimes you got to do it a couple times, and just follow down the spine. Okay, cut it all the way off. This is where it changes a little bit too. I kind of put my thumb and my finger there. I'll hold it up, put it there, kind of hold the fish down, run it up, okay? Back a little grip, run it up, cuts right off, just now. Now some of you might say, that's kind of double work. Yeah, it kind of is, but that's just, if you're at somewhere, when you're doing it, you know, when you're filming, it takes a little bit longer. When you're out at the boat ramp or you're out at the house and you're doing it by yourself, you can go pretty fast. Simply cut that off. Now you can cut through the skin with a good sharp knife, and some of these smaller drum, you know, your 15, 16 inches, they're kind of soft, so you can do that. Just kind of follow that line down right there. Fingers. Come back. There you go. Now all you got to do, take your knife, make you a little slit right there so you have something to hold on to, and just simply, as you're running your knife down, you're kind of walking it and pulling it to you with the skin. And there you go. Good piece of meat. Cut this on here. Throw it in the little ice bucket. Okay. I know that drum is not the most sought after fish. I know, guys, we live down here in South Texas, and all on the coastline, it's like your trophy fish is your redfish, trout, your flounder. You know, that's the Texas slam. But I'll tell you what, catching drum, that's what we go for. That's actually the fish I go for more than any fish out there. I would rather catch a 20-inch drum than a 20-inch redfish. Fight way harder. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and finish these fish up, and I'll get back to you towards the end of the video. All right, guys, so I told you I was gonna come back towards the end of the video, but I figured why not show you a couple more, okay? There's one more I forgot. It's the same thing as with the electric knife, okay? You can use one knife to do all, and I'll show you why I don't like doing that, because it will dull your blade out pretty quick. Even though these Bubba blades are awesome knives, it will dull your blade out pretty quick. So what I'll do, I'll just kind of rinse them off a little bit. He's been in that ice water, it gets kind of slimy, kind of hard to hold. Just rinse them off real easy. Take your knife, same thing. Take it right on the old poop chute. You come down, okay? Come down, you cut him. Stop right here. Now this is where you see it's a little bit more difficult. Even though Bubba's sharp, them scales will slow you down. So you come right there, okay? You do it all one side at a time. You come right there, cut him down. If you're lucky enough to be able to roll your knife, okay? Now this is the reason I don't like this way. You tend to miss a little bit more. So you cut down. See, I kind of butchered that one a little bit, but I'll be able to save plenty of meat. Come down, you cut right here like we talked about. You get up under between the skin and the meat and just kind of roll down, okay? This is the reason I never really liked this way. I didn't like that. Guess we could throw that in the blooper reel. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have to skin that off. Okay, I know some of you, I'm gonna probably get all kind of comments saying, "Oh, do it this way, do it that way." Well, you saw the two ways I did it. And that's the way I normally do it. But this was, and I'm a little out of practice. Because like I said, we used to do it all the time as a kid. We did it pretty fast, but you dull the blades a lot faster. So anyway, same thing. Cut out that stomach lining. Just run right down it. Cut it off, no problem. Now you'll see a little bit more skin that was left on, okay? That's not a big deal. I can run my blade under it and get it going. Never cut towards you. I can kind of get that off. Okay, but you see the time difference. Okay. I can fix that mess up, no problem. Cut that little piece off. We're good. Rinse it off. Still a good piece of meat. Now, since I don't want to screw that up again, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the serrated, as if I was starting the other way. Okay. Run up his back, come right up against the spine. Simple. Run it down. Keep your palms on top. Okay. That way you don't cut through your hand or your fingers. And you're not doing this hard. Okay. Especially with a good sharp knife. I recommend a very sharp knife. If you don't have one, learn how to sharpen. Always wanting to go out. Now you see, really not a whole lot of meat left on there. Some people might say, there's a ton of meat. Why don't you cut the head? You know, they like to eat the little spots up here. I don't like it. They like to eat these little nuggets here. I don't like it. We eat the heck out of some fish, but I'm just not into some of that stuff. So anyway, you go back down, we rinse, come here, take the blade, grab that stomach lining, just kind of follow it around. Push down hard when you're rolling it around, no problem. There you go. Sometimes you get a little bit of that rib meat up there, not rib, spine. Cut it right off. Now I'm not done here. When I get inside, I'll take and I'll debone the fish. And here's a little trick I'll show you. You may already know. A lot of times, if you do clean it this way, you'll feel some little bones right in here. Okay. If you actually flip the fillet over on its backside, kind of just slowly cut at an angle along the backside of where that stomach lining was, you'll cut them bones out. Now there's not a single bone in there. Okay, this one, I don't know if you can really see, you know, there's your bones. That's just enough to choke you or a kid and make it just real unpleasant to eat fish. So I told you before that was done. I lied. I wanted to come back to you and show you a way I forgot. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish these out real quick, and when I get these done, I'll get back to the video, kind of maybe go through, I'll show you our boat a little bit, show you what we catch these monsters on. Stay tuned.